Oh, thank God, there you are. What size canvas should I use?
Well, that depends. How long have you been painting?
So if you're new to painting, you may not really know what size canvas you should be working on. Maybe you've been working on paper for a little while just to play with the acrylic medium, or maybe you're starting on canvas boards or something. You don't really know. You're like, what size? There's all these, there's big, there's small. What's going to work well? Well, if you're a beginning painter, it's important to pick a size that's small but reasonable. Choosing too small of a canvas can actually be harder for you, especially if you're a beginner. Personally, I think the best sizes for a beginner are going to be an 8x10, 9x12, or 11x14 inch piece. Now, when you're starting to get more advanced and more comfortable with painting, you can start to have a little more fun with your sizes. Personally, I find that a 16x20 is a pretty good size all around, particularly if you're going to do anything with portraits, animals, people, whatever. If you're doing landscapes and you want something maybe a little bit taller or a little bit wider, personally I like a 12x24. Square canvases can be pretty interesting too, but moving from a rectangle canvas to a square can be a little bit of a challenge. And because you're not working too big yet, I wouldn't recommend going any higher than a 24-inch square. Of course though, the more experienced you get, you can work both bigger and significantly smaller because you'll have the experience to work in either direction. Okay, but let's say you've been working for a while and you really want to get a little bit crazy, a little bit fun. I'm talking some pretty big stuff, like 18x24 or larger. Big painters are really great when you want to make a statement with your work, plus they look really good hanging on a wall. It can be a little bit limiting though, especially if you don't have an easel or a large work table to do the big pieces on. Plus, if they're not on a wall and they're not on your work table, they're going to take up space over time. So you also might think, okay, I'm going to work on a larger canvas, so larger brush. Well, not always. While larger brushes are really great for blocking out color, it's still important to have small brushes for adding detail. Remember that regardless of the size of your painting, detail is always important. This is something I actually kind of forgot about when I first started working large. The detail factor in any kind of art piece is always the thing that really brings life to your art. It's not just about big blocking out colors and having fun on the big open areas, it's also about having fun in the small little areas too. But let's go back to that initial question. What canvas size do I need? Or rather, what kind of size do you need? Well, I don't know. No, I'm not ending the video here. But look, if you're a beginner, start smaller, and as you become more comfortable, you work larger. However, working larger is also about the space that you may or may not have, as well as if you have the financial opportunity to buy larger canvases. Although if money and space are a problem for you, you can always stretch your own. And of course, for that, go ahead and see this video over here. So whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced painter, I hope you found something useful in this video. And as always, for more tips, tutorials, and other art videos, subscribe to the channel. This has been from DMC Films and Cinder Block Studios. See you guys next time.